What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Darknite Radio. I'm one co-host of the show, Mr. Dwayne Holmes. Of course, I do have the beautiful Sherika Schweitzer here with me as well.
Hi.
And nonetheless, tonight we welcome back Pamela and Steve Barry, longtime friends
We
of
got
ours.
Pam. I don't really see Steve.
Yeah, I don't see Steve. Where's he hiding at?
Steve's with my grandson, getting him to sleep. My daughter's a nurse. She got called in because of the weather, so he's with the grandbaby. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. He's just like Pam and Steve, and I'm like, well, we got Pam.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to turn her up. Hey, Linda.
Oh, that's better.
So it's been quite some time. How have you been doing?
Oh, we've been good. We've been really busy. So, between the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange in Gettysburg, and then we're opening up another store here in Waynesboro. So it's going to be Gettysburg Ghost Exchange Part 2.
Awesome. Wow. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. And then, of course, we're here at the historic 1912 Hoover House. So we're pretty darn busy, thank God.
Oh, it's been a while. Did y'all even get to have the con last year?
We did. It was amazing. We raised more money last year than we did in any prior years. And
wow.
Our charities were very, very happy. And we're looking forward to this year, August 19th, 20th, and 21st, at the same place at the Wyndham.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely need to try to get down there. I know we've been talking about it for a while, but then you had COVID and all this extra stuff just comes smashing in. So just like,
yeah, we had to cut it back a little last year. Like we only had about 70 vendors. We social distance. We had masks for everyone who wanted them. So it turned out really well. This year, I'm hoping to be back up to our 90 vendors like in the past years. But fingers crossed, we have to see,
Right.
Fingers crossed. As we know, the good old Rona is on the rise again.
It is, unfortunately.
Hey, Judy. Hey, David. Hey, Colette.
And actually, I just recovered from Rona. I actually had it this past week. I was down for like 3 or 4 days, which is why I wasn't on the podcast that we had last Sunday night.
Our oldest daughter got it.
Had to run it by herself. And then, the oldest kid got it.
Everybody okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dwayne said he was sick for about 4 days. My daughter, about a day and a half, and that was it. Like, she didn't run fever.
Good.
She said it felt like her allergies more than anything, but she tested positive on 2 different tests, so.
Yeah.
I had the yucky fever. I hated it.
Dwayne had it really bad, but.
Yeah. I had it. Got a t-shirt. Don't want it back, but can't live in fear.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it too. Like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm just ready for it to, I know it's not going to go away, but maybe normalize some. That way things will open back up and we can go back to,
Yep.
some sort of normal, whatever that is. But
it damn sure put a dampering on Invest.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the locations that we got to do prior wasn't doing investigations because of COVID. One of our favorite locations, we ain't got to do it in
almost 2 years.
2 or 3 years now because of the whole COVID situation. Every time they talk about opening it back up, then we have another outbreak.
Wait. Oh, is she still there?
Are you still with us, Pam? Yeah. Oh, there she is. Your sound is gone.
Oh no, Oh, she lost her sound. Oh, there's Jackie. Let's see. I can't hear her. What do I do? We can't hear you. If you can hear us, try to, like, I'm going to remove you and try to join back.
Can you hear us, Jackie?
There we go. Are you there?
She can
Still
hear
no
us.
sound.
What is going on?
Ugh.
Like, why does the sound just
Hold on.
go
Give me
out?
just a minute. I'm trying to... See, it wasn't just me last week, guys. It's just... Linda, can you guys hear Pam, or is it just us? I'm trying to figure it out.
Jackie's buffering. Can you
Goodness,
all hear
guys,
us
bear
in the
with us.
chat?
These technical difficulties. Can you hear us, Jackie?
Yes.
Okay, can hear Jackie.
Yeah, they said they can't hear her.
Oh, they
There
can't
we
hear
go.
me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Now you're good.
Now we got it. Hey, Debbie.
The weather here is terrible. It's ice is coming down now.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
We had a little bit of
I
snow.
have
we just
that in
had
that.
snow. We just had snow here in Arkansas.
Oh, it's ice and it's. I hate it.
Hey Ginger, hey Debbie, hey Colette, hey Linda, hey Rodrigo, Judy.
Hey,
See
Colette.
ya.
So
Hi, everybody.
I'm actually sitting in the Rosebud Room. Do you want me to show you our
Yes.
home?
Yes.
Okay, so we have 5 rooms that we rent out here at the Hoover House. 3 are kings and 2 are queens. And I'm in one of our more active rooms. It's called the Rosebud. So I'm going to go, and it's a smaller room.
That is so pretty, though.
It's cute. It's small, but this is the reason why it's active. So you can go under the eaves of the house and investigate back here.
Oh.
So as we were moving in and unpacking and just kind of getting settled in, we found these baby shoes. Can you see them? They're
Yep.
behind.
Yeah.
So I found these shoes and I took them downstairs, and Steve's like, "You better go put them back." And I'm like, "Okay." So I did. I put them back. Our next person that came here to rent a room was a businessman from Boston. And our room is like 2 doors down right here. You know, we're right on the same floor. So the man started screaming, "Get off me, get off me." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." So I ran out of my room and I knocked at the door and I said, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Who is it?" And I'm like, "It's Pam, the innkeeper." And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. So the next morning he comes down and he's like, "Do you know that your house is haunted?" And I'm like, if you read like the profile on Airbnb, it says it right there. It says we have a dog. If you're allergic to dogs, just want you to be aware. The house is shared by prior tenants, and he was like, "Yeah, I did read it, but I didn't believe it." And I was like, "What happened?" And he was like, "Well, I don't know, but it felt like somebody was holding me down in the bed." And he's like, "And somebody got everything and threw all of my clothes through the whole room."
Oh.
But
wow.
it doesn't end there. So here's some more of the end. So here's the little bathroom. But if you look, it was a med room. So this is where the nurses would hand out the medicine.
Uh-huh.
We were a nursing home.
Oh, okay.
So then here's one of our other smaller rooms. This is the primrose.
That's so pretty.
Thank you. And then if
Yeah.
I start to lose you, I'll come back up to the Wi-Fi.
All right.
I just love the feel of that place. You saw another hamster ball?
So now I do. Whoops, sorry.
Can I use it?
I do have some rooms that aren't packed up. I had to pull it. This is our.
Oh, that's a beautiful
That's
room.
pretty.
Thank you. I love
I
it.
That
love
is.
the bedspread.
Thank you. And then this in here. Now this isn't put back together because I just had somebody leave, so I have to make that. But this was the kitchen for the nursing home, and
Oh, I like that.
now it's our library, and this is called the Holzer. And this has a little kitchenette and a bathroom over there. As you can see, I'm putting the room back together. And then
Right.
there's another big room over here. And sorry, this one has a huge jacuzzi tub.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Yeah. So
That'd be Sherika's room right there.
I'd be in that every night.
So here,
Please
do you want to
find
see my table?
support.
We have a room dedicated just to table tipping. And my Reiki. So this is our. Ooh, look at all the snow. That's terrible. So if you see this right here, this is one of our elevators. There was a lady's face right in here.
Oh, wow.
Like she was riding the elevator. Then, okay, so here, this right here, this is a fire escape, but there used to be a stairway. See that hole?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not a hole, but so we had to have work on our air conditioners, and the guy was up there, and he's like, "You have a whole nother floor up here. These are like 8-foot ceilings up here, and it's wallpaper." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You could actually live up here." He's yelling down to us. We found a Bible up there, 2 more pairs of baby boots, a whole bunch of family photos. So I'm bringing
wow.
you.
So have y'all thought about doing any renovation up there?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what we're going to do. This is one of our parlors.
That's just so comfy feeling. Like, I love the feeling of that place.
This is our other. And then this is where I serve.
Historic with a dash of modern. I like it.
Yeah. This is where I serve breakfast. So everybody sits around the bar area. Then the dining room back there. So, it's active. I was actually sitting down here at the bar waiting to go on, and yelled my name. So I was like, I'm going upstairs to the 3rd floor. So, yeah. So this is kind of like your view when you come up. Place gets really, really active at night when you're trying to sleep. Look at my little baby.
Aww.
Aww.
Yeah. I couldn't bear to leave him hanging in an antique store, so I brought him home.
Right.
So
I had some haunted dolls, and Sherika made me get rid of them.
did ya? No, you can't get rid of them. Look at this one. I love the people that we have hanging through.
Oh.
That one's creepy to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's creepy.
Dog.
Oh, is that puppy? Oh.
He's all happy as can be.
Yeah. So, we do events. We have people coming and renting out rooms, and we're just kind of staying busy. And it's really cold and disgusting out, but we're kind of close to some ski resorts. So people are going to come and stay and ski, I guess.
There you go.
Steve, she said, was putting the grandbaby to sleep.
Yeah.
Colette.
Yeah, we've got baby Jessie for the night.
So have y'all been to any events or
Aw.
anything this year?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
We've got Dave Schrader coming. He's going to actually stay in the Holzer room, which is really cool.
Who is it?
Dave Schrader.
Ah, okay.
And Files, so they're going to both actually be here together. It's going to be cool. It's going to be like a little mini reunion. We're going to investigate and have fun. We've got Paranormal Inc. coming up. The antique store up the street that we do. We have the orphanage this weekend. We have Jenny Wade the following month. We're pretty busy.
There you go. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Awesome. You have a beautiful home.
Thank you. We are blessed.
So when is the new store opening up?
That won't be open until April.
April?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we wanted to open up earlier, but then winter came, and we were just like, you know what? Let's just wait till April.
Right.
Then people will be out and about. So that one's going to be here in Waynesboro, and Waynesboro is the retreat end of the battle. So when the Confederate Army left Gettysburg and retreated, some of them, they went in various directions. Some went across Sachs Bridge. Some of them came through Fairfield. So Cashtown's at the bottom of the mountain, and we're at the top of the mountain. So they retreated. Actually, Waynesboro was held for 15 days. Actually, General Lee watered his horse in our little square. So we're really historical. And so the new store is going to be in the Toll House. And along with the Toll House, there's a little log cabin built in 1749 that we are going to be doing investigations out of also.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a little schoolhouse.
Wow.
So I am anxiously awaiting that.
I could imagine, yeah.
Now it's small. I'm going to say that probably 5 people could investigate it, but it's never been investigated.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty awesome.
Yeah, John Burns built it. So we're actually going to be doing tours and ghost tours. Also, we bought a little bus. The history.
Thank you, Rob.
The history is amazing, and it's just a forgotten gem. We're going to bring it back to life.
That's amazing.
Yeah, those are my favorite locations too. It's like I love the ones that have been investigated that are well known, but I really like the ones that nobody's ever investigated but us.
Yeah. So we're looking
Because
for, yeah.
It's an honor too to be able to be like, hey, we were the first team to investigate this location, and now there's a bunch of people investigating that.
Yeah, exactly. And that little log cabin. I just can't wait to get in there and see who wants to speak to us.
Yeah, I would love to investigate a log cabin. We got a hunter's resort thing here that you can rent out.
We've thought about doing that. It's an old church.
That's
Real
cool.
old church.
Do it.
And they renovated it and turned it into a big hunting cabin that you can rent because it's right at the bottom of the mountain, and a lot of people go hunting up there. A lot of people go up there four-wheeling and stuff for the weekend up on the mountains. So
Right.
We've thought about trying to get in there to that one. It's pretty cool location. Like, I've always wanted to investigate it before they renovated it. Now I'm just I mean, we could go out there and stay the night. It's literally like not even 5 minutes still.
Yeah, it was a church, but it was creepy as hell. And I was like, that place is creepy. I want to check it. I would love to investigate it. Of course, being a church, I wasn't going to go up and be like, hey, can we investigate in here? But now that it's a hunter ski resort,
but now it's been empty.
You can rent it out.
It's been abandoned since I was a little kid because my uncle actually lives across the street from it. And I remember as a little kid at my uncle's house going across the street and playing over there. Like, not in the building, but, you know, like outside, because it's way out in the middle of the country. So we'd go across the street and go into the big field at the church and play.
Oh, I would do that. I would be investigating that as absolutely.
Yeah, back then, I mean, I was like maybe 6, 7, 8 years old at the time, so you know, I wasn't thinking about that kind of stuff then. I just wanted to play in the big field. But
I'll tell you a really cool investigation that we do is, and called Jess and James House of Goods, and every time we investigate, it's something different because he's always getting new antiques in and out, and I don't know, it's just amazing the things that we get there. We kept getting an EVP and coming across the one spirit box saying that a deli, and I said to the owner, that doesn't really make sense to me, and he was like, oh yeah, this was a grocery store. And then like the artifacts and all the antiques, just amazing. So if you guys can get into like a little antique store near you, amazing investigations.
A new place, well, it's not really new, but it's new to me because I didn't know about it, that I've actually seen on TV. It's in Gettysburg. It's the...
What's the name of it?
A little militia store. Or military...
Tennessee Ray Chasers, didn't it?
Oh, I know where you mean. That's not that anymore. I think it's a hairdresser.
Oh.
Yeah, I know exactly where.
That one seemed pretty cool.
Yep.
Man, there's some.
Oh no, it's a chocolate shop. It's a chocolate store, and then that military guy moved, and then he moved from there. I don't know if he closed up or but now that's a haircut. But it's a chocolate store now in Gettysburg.
Wow. Is it still, do they still let people go in there and investigate?
No.
Probably not being a chocolate store.
That's a lot of locations. Even here, like, we used to have so many locations around here that we could get into anytime we want. And then they sell them off to somebody else, and they're like, we don't want that kind of publicity. That ain't happening.
Too late, you already got it.
Well, it's already been on TV. What do you mean?
Yeah. Scott Porter comes and Stephanie, they come to our bash. They're awesome.
They seem like it.
They really are. Very down to earth. And I don't know, we've got so many people that come, they donate their time, to the bash, and if I start naming people, I'm going to leave somebody out. So I don't want to do that. So look at our banner.
Right.
Everyone who's on there is coming and donating their love and their time because they believe in our cause.
Right.
That's awesome. Yeah. You also try to get Destination Fear to come one year.
They're actually coming to John and Chris Ruggiero's Para-Unity in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Yeah, I saw that.
Have you guys ever gone to Para-Unity?
No, that's one of them that I would love to go to.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't been able to do too many events.
Yeah.
But hopefully this year will be a little better financially for everybody.
I think I'm losing your voice again. I don't know why.
Could be because you're in a haunted house.
It could be.
They love to mess with the electronics.
Rob said they've been to my neck of the woods.
Yeah. Last night we got a dark shadow in the basement again. So the basement was a speakeasy.
No.
Yeah. Boy, it's really coming down here. It's probably the weather. I can hear ice just hitting against the windows.
Are y'all under a blizzard or winter storm warning or anything?
Probably.
Uh,
Yeah, I think
that's
it's. I went grocery shopping, so I don't have to go a darn place.
there you go. Unfortunately, our job, this is the good weather for us. Like, I hate being out in it, but we make our most money when the weather's like this and nobody wants to get
Because
out.
we do DoorDash,
Oh.
Uber Eats,
Instacart.
Spark.
That's smart. That's smart to get into.
Oh yeah, like
Love it. I couldn't go back to a 9 to 5 after.
I did go back to 9 to 5, and I went back to DoorDash. Just because the freedom. I set my own schedule, work when I want to. I don't have somebody breathing down my neck telling me what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it.
Our friend Jeff Leeper, he's demonologist.
I know Jeff.
You know
Need
Jeff?
more hipster wedding.
He Ubers.
It's almost
Does he?
on our thing. And I wanted to use coach one time, and I just not going to get it. Was barely enough in it.
You should podcast. Go.
You should
talk
go
to me
see
afterwards. I know it's. I didn't see Netflix.
So,
Sorry.
our youngest.
Oh, yeah.
Rob, you can message me after the show and we can have a full-on conversation about that.
But
Anyway.
for those who are not familiar, if you would like to, Pam, kind of tell them a little bit about Reiki and like what it's used for.
Sure. So Reiki is a healing modality that has been used for generation on generation. And actually, everyone, we can all heal ourselves. We've just forgotten how to do it. So I knew that I had some questions about it. So I found an amazing little place called Lilydale. And I got my Reiki Master. And then I went back and I got my Healing Master there. And it's an amazing, life-changing place. So if anybody wants to take a pilgrimage this summer camp from Memorial Day to Labor Day, look it up. Lilydale. It's in Lilydale, New York. It is truly many classes, many free things. But so if you're a conduit to your universe and you use your hands, it's light touch, and I work on chakras. A lot of us being paranormal investigators, we absorb kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's good just to brush that all off. I water, I shower, talk about my body spirit. So if anybody wants to see that, I am Hands of Light Reiki on Facebook. So at our news store, the whole top of the news store is Metaphysical. And I'm going to have some friends in there to do card readings, and I'll be doing on Sunday. So I'm going to get working out our modalities. We're going to light work it up here in Waynesboro.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But I always teach everyone how to, and I mean, we have 27 chakras. So
You're cutting out a little bit.
am I about now if I move?
There we go. That's
Is that better?
Yeah.
So if you take your hands, kind of rub them together, rub them together. So now, separate it. Feel that? Kind of touch your hands. If you don't feel it, rub them again.
It's like energy.
Exactly. That's energy. It's energy. And I teach people to use that energy to heal yourself.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's
cool feeling.
Yep.
Like, I'd just be doing it for the feeling. It's kind of like, I don't know, I can't really explain it.
Reiki is used in hospitals now in neonatal intensive care units. I actually worked in long-term care for a long time, and my mom was one of my last residents. And as my mom was departing this world, I was given her, yeah, mind, body, spirit, soul center.
Yeah,
Yeah, Linda said she'll be there in June and she'll have to check out the new store.
Good.
yeah,
That'll be pretty cool.
yeah. And then also to add to my 2022, by the way, for this week, my grandmother actually got put on hospice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
It's been a rough start to the year, but
it ain't gonna kick us down forever.
we're not gonna let it preset our year. We're gonna turn it around.
Well, 2 weeks into the year, it ain't gonna hold us down though.
Yeah, try. I know it's hard, but try to celebrate her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's a good woman. She's had health issues for some time, and it's just starting to get the best of her. So
I'm sorry. I'll be praying for her.
Appreciate
it greatly.
It sucks, but I mean, that's the life cycle. So
Yeah, it's not easy. Grief is love with nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So I still love and grieve my grandmother who died April the 6th, 1970. I miss her to this day, but I know she's still with me.
right.
Last year, she was like, "What do you want for your anniversary?" And I was like, "I need to celebrate my grandma." And that's what we did. It was kind of near Shanksville, kind of where Flight 93 crashed. So we took a day and with my grandma, not
Right.
spiritually with need, that and evoke that vibration of love. It's hard. Some people say that time heals all wounds. I don't really agree with that. I think time puts a scar over and you can deal with it, but it's never good.
Right. And long term, I mean, I did long term care for a while too. I couldn't do it for too long because I didn't feel like with the state regulations it was able to take care of them like they needed to be. And then also, when my mom got sick, which she's still with us, but I mean, she's pretty bad health and stuff. When I had to start doing the care for my mom, I couldn't do it for other, like, it sounds bad, but I couldn't do it for other people.
No, it doesn't sound
bad. I couldn't do it when it came to my mom. Like, I mean, I take care of it, don't get me wrong. Like, all of us kids pitch in and play a big part in helping my mom and my dad, but I just couldn't do it as a profession anymore when it came to my mom needing that level of care.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom had Alzheimer's, so it was the long goodbye.
Yeah, my grandma had it, and my grandpa actually put her in the nursing home that I worked at the time.
Well, that was better. My mom was in the nursing home that I worked at, so it did make it a little easier.
Yeah. With my mom, she's got stage 4 COPD, and she's been in stage 4 COPD for about 12 years now, so she's really, her quality of life is not very well. So, but we have her at home. My sister was a caregiver as well, and we've all just decided, I mean, we're not going to do a nursing home. None of us work in the nursing homes anymore, so
yeah, we
just keep her at home with my dad, and that's that.
Yep. I get it.
Hello, Sarah. Roberto, I don't think Pam's watching the chat, but she is from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania area.
Yep. There's so many things to do here in Gettysburg. so many places to investigate, so much history. Like if you had a week, you might get to it all.
That's like, because we were talking about going to, because we've never been to the East Coast. None of us have ever been up that way. So we were talking about going up there on a paranormal road trip this year. We're like, we're going to need 2 damn weeks just to go up there, because when we come up there, we gotta go check out Salem.
Love Salem.
We gotta go to Gettysburg.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're just gonna, since we're up that far, Lauren wants to go, and Sherika, I'm pretty sure does too, to go to the Lizzie Borden house.
It's not Lizzie Borden no more, though.
Yeah, it's an axe throwing house.
I don't know if they actually opened it as that. I'm not sure.
And then, of course, Dan Class has been trying to get us to come to the Hinsdale house for ages.
Yeah.
And then the other place in New York.
And Dan Class then told me if we come up there,
No idea.
he's gonna put a New York paranormal trip together for us.
That would be cool. Dan will be at the bash. You should come up for the bash.
I definitely want to go to the bash. Only thing with that one is it's right around the time that the school starts here, so
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully I'll be able to work that out this year.
You could do Gettysburg.
Do it.
Do Gettysburg on your way home. That could be like the last stop.
Right. Hopefully this year they will get to. My brother is around now, so I've got somebody that can help me with my kids now. So hopefully this year we'll be able to get to do a lot more road trips and things of that nature.
Yep. Well, if you do go to Salem and you go up to the Lizzie Borden house, you have to go to the American Stonehenge. Amazing.
Huh.
It's a little bit of walking. You have to have really comfortable shoes on, but it's a Stonehenge, and there's an altar, a sacrificial altar there. It's very cool.
Wow.
It's very cool.
Rob said he's gonna hide in your luggage.
Robert said he's going to hide in my luggage when we go up there.
And if you guys get to Gettysburg, I'll draw you a whole map out of like where you should go, what you shouldn't, where you should eat, where I will map it all out for you.
Yeah, Linda and Brandy Bird, they've been up there, and they were telling us about some of the food places and stuff up there, and a bunch of cool stuff that they have. I can make a road trip and probably spend a good half of the year up there just doing the historical and the different things like that. And then you add the paranormal on top of it. I might as well just move.
Just move here.
Jerica couldn't deal with the cold, though. She couldn't deal with all the snow that y'all get.
I'm telling you, it's really coming down.
Jerica, the cold is a no-go.
No.
Yeah.
That's why when we retire, we are going to travel, but wherever it's warm at is where we're going to be. And we're just going to follow the warmth around.
Oh, my God.
I would probably go to Louisiana, go see Marie Laveau. I also want to go to Iowa, though, so that would have to be in the summer. We need to get to Villisca, to the Axe Murder House.
Yeah.
I haven't got to investigate Villisca, but I went by it. I was going to do a daytime tour of it, but they were closed that day.
Ah.
So we had a bright idea. We went up to Iowa in February.
Oh.
I didn't go. I stayed home.
Yeah, Sherika missed out on that one. So it was just, I think it was me, Lauren, Matt Bennett. There was a few, Robert Fry, that's in the chat. We went to the Squirrel Cage Jail, and we done the Manila Schoolhouse.
Oh, Judy, that would have been cool. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, and so while we're in there investigating Squirrel Cage, it snows like, I don't know, 2 foot of snow while we're in there investigating. Come out, you can't even see the road at all. It's solid white all the way across.
Oh wow.
Robert said that's where I was just at, to the jail.
Yeah, I
So
think
they-
Robert went back to Squirrel Cage recently.
Yeah. Judy said they did the Myrtles with Everyday Paranormal and Chip Coffee. I would so love to meet Chip Coffee. That is my idol.
Then you need to come go to Pair Unity.
I want
He's
to.
going to be there.
Ooh,
So is Destination Fear.
there's a lot of really good investigators.
I'm friends with Dakota. I'm
Chip
actually
Coffee
I've had
is-
conversations with him on Facebook and Messenger.
Chip Coffee is one that I would love to have just 10 minutes to just sit down and have a conversation with him. Oh my gosh, that would be so amazing.
He's very personable. He's very approachable.
That would be so amazing.
So is Amy Allen. Amy Allen is very cool too.
Judy said we did a cruise in 2019 out of Galveston with Chip, Greg, Dana, Amy, Adam, and John.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would have been a dream.
Yeah, that would be.
Chip is just so, like, I don't know. There's so many great ones, but there's just something about him that I'm drawn to it.
So we was talking about putting on another con ourselves this year. And so I was talking to Greta, which is Bishop Long's booking agent, and she's friends with Chip and all them. She was all telling me how she could help me get these people to our Paracon and stuff. And I'm all like, that would be awesome.
I would be in a corner drooling.
That's cool. I love Long. I really love his encouragement, his ways, his blessings. I really, really respect him a lot.
He's so funny too. He's so just blunt. Without being mean, that's just him. It's so great.
But sometimes that's the way, sometimes the truth hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the straight shooters, like the ones that just say how it is.
Yes, Sandy, she is. That's actually where she was at. If you rewatch it, she gave us a walkthrough of it earlier. Sandy's in the chat, and she said, "Hi, Ms. Barry. Are you the owner of the beautiful Hoover house?"
Hello. Yes, come see us.
I would love to spend the night in the Hoover house.
I'll tell
I'm
you,
confused here.
you just don't know, like, what's going to happen. That being said, there's nothing demonic or evil here.
Right.
But there are people who want to be, they don't want to be forgotten. They want to be acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you're session or just in your room relaxing, these walls speak.
Yeah.
Have you been scared in there yet? Have they frightened you yet?
Well, like I said earlier, I was down at the bar area sitting with my computer and all, and I heard somebody yell, "Pam!" upstairs.
Pam, nope.
I
Nope,
said,
I know.
Hi, Felicia.
now, I wasn't scared.
Yeah.
I didn't like run, but I was
Yeah.
okay. I'm just gonna kind of
Move on about.
I'm going to go ahead and go back upstairs.
yeah.
There's another one in Texas, in Mineral Wells, that I want to go to. That's a big one on my bucket list. The Haunted Hill House.
Oh, that would be amazing.
We're talking about going and doing that either this month or next month because it's only we're 4 or 5 hours from it.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, we got a lot of locations that we're looking at doing. I know we all talked about going back to Iowa this year when it gets warmer. I want to do
Maybe when it's warmer.
Edinburgh and the Farrar Schoolhouse.
Very cool.
But
Definitely want to make it out there this year to do.
East
Hopefully Jesse
Coast.
can watch the kids and we can make it out to the bash because
Like, we're going to Gettysburg.
everybody goes to the bash.
Honestly, if you want to come to the bash, if you're even thinking about like you might be able to, I think we have like 20 rooms and our whole entire place is going to be sold out. I got a hair in my face. So if you're even thinking about it, I would hit the link, reserve your room. It does not charge you until you actually check in.
Okay.
So I would secure a room, and then if you can't make it 2 weeks out, just kind of hit, you know,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Holly.
um,
Yeah, definitely want to go out to California too. Holly, one of our
Oh yeah,
members
one of our
moved out to California.
yeah, our former or she's still
DPS. She's just California.
She just moved to California on us. Out there with Scott Grinwald. But
Greenwald, oh my God, I need to meet him so bad. He's like one of my heroes. I absolutely adore
Scott, Scott, I gotta get him back on the podcast, man. I remember y'all's playing our episode with Scott at the ghost at the store a while back. Whenever he was on our podcast,
It's in Gettysburg.
He's a trip. I love Scott
bash,
though.
Rob.
He's my buddy.
It's in Gettysburg.
I think he is. If I could pick one person to investigate with, out of every paranormal investigation, it would be Scott.
Oh my God, I would love to spend.
Just make
the day
sure it
with
ain't
Scott.
the naked investigating because he does naked investigating too.
Oh my God, he was telling us about that. It's not even a sexual thing. They don't get turned on. I'm all like, how could you be around a bunch of people naked and not think nothing about it while you're ghost hunting?
No,
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't ghost hunt because I'd be wanting my clothes back on. All right. Judy, we'll have to keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay. Steven said, I told Pam I'm going to her in this September.
Stephen Miller.
Hi, Steve Miller. Yes, he's an awesome guy. He came into our store this past summer. I got to meet him and had a good long chat with him. Nice guy, very nice guy.
Robert said, I'm so into the negative. My mom thought it was a phase, which his mom is no longer with us. Rest in peace.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, poor Robert and Amanda, they went through, just since I've known them, they went through a lot of loss from their grandmother, their mom. Quite a few people passed away from their family just since I've known him. It's never an easy thing to cope with.
It's really not. And I feel like my grandmother used to say, once you stop talking about someone, they die a second time. So make sure, like through the pain, through the tears and the grief, one day you will be able to talk about them and smile. It's a long process, a very long process. But, you know.
Yeah. And just think, when we go into these locations, we're talking to somebody's grandmother.
Exactly.
We're talking to somebody's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somebody's dad, uncle.
We've actually had people knock at the door here and say, hey, can I come up and see my grandfather's room? And I'm like, absolutely. What room is your grandfather in? Come on, I'll give you a tour. And that in itself is healing for them to come in and see where their grandparents were.
Yeah.
Or their parents.
We just did a private residence a couple of weeks ago. And, excuse me, she had something there that they didn't want there. Hey, David.
What's up, David Glidden?
But, they had, something darker. I'm not going to say he wasn't evil or anything, but just a presence that was bothering them.
Mm-hmm.
And so Dwayne and Jackie and Lauren was dealing with that. And I was in another part of the house with the mom and the little girl. and we communicated with her mom and her first husband that passed away. That she was, it was like her high school sweetheart,
Aw.
and we connected, and I absolutely loved it. Because, like I said, they were dealing with that part of it, and I was in there with them, and we were connecting with the family and getting answers for some things that they had questioned. And it was just really awesome. I absolutely enjoyed that aspect of it.
Yeah. Going private. Why we all got used to feeling or most.
You're breaking up a little bit again there.
Am I think it's the weather here. I really do. Or the ghosts.
Weather or the ghosts, one or the other. The ghosts love to interfere as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just this weekend, the one person that was in the Holzer room, the TV kept going on and off.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
They're like, we want to talk on this podcast.
Hey, Dana Lee.
Hey, Dina Lee. So, Judy said, every year at Christmas, I give the little nieces and nephews lemon drops. I started to remind one set of them of a grandmother who passed before Christmas. Now all of them get the lemon drops with instructions to think about those who have gone ahead.
I like that.
That's sweet.
I like that. We can't forget our ancestors. We need to call upon them in times of trouble. I mean, if you think about how many people it took just to create you, like 14,000.
Yep.
That's a lot.
It is. You have a
Yeah,
lot of ancestors behind you. And they'll be waiting for you when you cross over.
Yep.
Now, I wonder if, because, they say there'll be no tears in heaven. I wonder if they'll know who you are.
Well, that's why I wish Steve was here, because, he had his NDE in 2015. Yeah. That he felt like he was being judged, but he said that he felt like he was in the ultimate love situation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like to think, I don't know, I haven't had any experiences like Steve, but I like to think that you'll know who your family is. You just don't have presence of things that would make you sad.
Right. I mean, we have to recognize their energy. They don't look like this show.
Yeah.
I think our energy is like a thumbprint. We're all unique. So
our energy is made from their energy, so I'm sure the energies would recognize or be attracted to each other in a sense.
Exactly. Think about it scientifically. You were actually inside of your brain because you were inside of your mother. So yeah, you were all connected.
Yeah.
Intimately, vibrationally. So I'll recognize.
Yeah, Robert said there was one year, I think 2020, 5 people I knew passed away.
Aw.
And he's on that really took a toll on me. Like I was so depressed all the time, and it was just horrible.
There does come a time when I did, a few years after my nephew passed away, I did connect with him over my spirit box. And I know it was him because I'm originally from Baltimore, and we say things a certain way. And he said something to me that I definitely know it was my nephew, and it was very intelligent. Not from.
He gave you that validation.
He did, yeah. He became like very hateful because his mortality was in his. He had people. I had said to him, little Danny, it's Annie. I just want you to know that I love you, and I'm not judging you. And then I asked a few other questions, and then I said to him, "Little Danny, were you wrong? Are you with God?" And I know it was my nephew that came there, because my nephew said, "I am a god." I was like, he said a few other things, and I'm like, "Little Danny needs to cross over." Um, but
Yeah, there's been, and I know a lot of people hate on Zach Bagans. A lot of people don't like Zach either. It's one of those things. I mean, but at the same time, like some of the stuff he said, I can relate to on so many levels. Like I was watching an interview that they were doing with him, that Zach was doing just on his regular Facebook channel, and he's like, every time we go on an investigation, they take a part of you.
that's true.
If you go into a haunted location, they take some of your energy. You leave that energy behind. Some of that energy you'll never get back.
I don't necessarily believe that they take it like in a forceful, but I believe that we leave our energy where we go.
But
Yeah.
like
That's
these
like hangover. When people say, "Oh, I've got such a paranormal,"
those are real.
oh, I've had plenty of them. Too many to count.
yeah. But you know what? I can't imagine not being in this field. I
Me
can't
neither.
not having the connection I have with so many amazing investigators. And
Us neither.
99% of the investigators that I've met are always there to network and work together and empower each other and push each other forward. And that's just the ones that we surround ourselves with.
Yep. And that's what we're all about. Like I'll reach out to anybody if they want to go to the investigation. And plus, we have so many. We call them Darknite family that follows us, has been with us since years, like since the beginning. And like if we go into their hometown or whatever it may be, we'll be like, "Hey, if y'all want to come and investigate with us, let us know. We'll let you come hang out with us. We'll investigate with you." And we got friends all over the world. They're all over not even just in the U.S. I have friends in the U.K., Australia that follow us and stuff. So, like, if I was to ever go overseas, be like, "Yeah, I'll investigate with y'all." And it's always cool, especially when we get up with people like you and Steve or Robert, for example. We've investigated with many teams, and it's just fun, especially when you get together. You get to meet people that
Yep.
that you
Like
haven't
David,
met
when he
before.
came to our Paracon, David was absolutely awesome.
David. We live like, I don't know, a couple hours from each other, and he come to our Paracon and stuff, spoke at our Paracon. We've had him on our podcast numerous times.
He's amazing.
We're actually talking about investigating a location with him this year, which we've only ever investigated Dog Patch with him, and that was for our Paracon. But yeah, so it's already looking to be a busy year for us as well.
Good. That's good. Well, just remember you have friends in Gettysburg.
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely, like I said, that one's always been hard because it's always been right around the time that school starts and trying to get all of that situated. But I've got my brother here now, so fingers crossed everything plays out. I trust him. I could leave my kids with him and go one trip. So hopefully everything works out this year where we can definitely come up there.
Yep. Do the bash or pair unit, but we'll all meet up and
Oh, yeah. I've been needing to meet Dan Class. I've been needing to meet y'all. There's just so many people that I need to meet that I haven't got to meet. I mean, I've talked to them on Facebook, had them on our podcast. We've had Dan Class on our podcast. David said, "I've always wanted to go to Gettysburg. Love the history there." David, we all need to go to the Bash this year.
Yeah.
In August. So let's go kick it at the Gettysburg Bash with Pam and Steve.
We got an invitation to go
support all of our veterans. That's what it's all about.
Where's that?
We have mad support for our men and women in uniform all over the world, whether it be police, military. I mean,
Where's that Carol from?
Oh, South Carolina.
Yeah, we got an invite to go to South Carolina this year as well. She does the forensic science with the paranormal.
Right.
And she teaches classes and stuff at one of the colleges, and she's invited us to come out and go on one of the hunts that they actually take the class on.
Nice.
But they do like the luminal, the different forensic science of it to prove the paranormal.
Nice. Right.
So I thought that'd be pretty interesting too.
Yeah, there's so much.
We use Blue Star in the Jenny Wade house. We're really good friends with the owner of Jenny Wade. So it was a hypothesis about where exactly the trail of her body was. And with Steve and I helped them find where Jenny's body was laid. So we did their tour, talked about like this, you know, like a matter of a couple seconds, she became a 20-year-old girl again. It wasn't just a story anymore. You could see the evidence of her there. And so the Jenny Wade house became very personal. And now we take people on the trail of where she was. Yeah, that's
more validating and more personal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Let's see. Stephen Miller said, I'm fascinated by objects that transport to other areas or reappear in the same place. I've had spirits at my damn house do that. My car keys went missing for days.
It was 3 days.
Thankfully, we have her car.
Nightstand.
Where'd you find them at?
On his nightstand.
Back where I left them originally.
In plain sight. And we all looked. Like, I looked, he looked, the kids looked, everybody looked. For 3 days, we looked for his car keys.
Oh, no.
Woke up, and they were just sitting right there on his nightstand where he always puts them every night. I was like, oh, okay. Well, thank you for giving me my keys back.
Thanks for tuning in as well, Colette. Colette said, I'm going to finish watching the Steelers get beat. You be safe and have a great week.
Good night, Colette. I love you. I love you.
Yeah, David said hopefully he'll be done filming. He has a few road trips planned, so it's possible that he might get to come this year.
David said
that would be awesome.
David might make an appearance. Puppy!
Chucky.
Hey, puppy.
Chucky's always there.
You're on candid camera.
Our puppy just had 9 puppies.
Yes.
Oh, yay!
No.
Ugh, I didn't want puppies, and I was hoping maybe 2 or 3, not 9.
Nah, wow. What kind of dog are they?
She is a pug terrier mix, and the daddy is a Yorkie terrier mix.
Oh.
They're not very cute puppies.
They're Yorkie pugs.
Oh,
they're not very cute.
I mean, they're not ugly. I mean, they're not as ugly as we thought they was going to be. Let's put it that way.
They got the puppy cuteness. When they get big, they're going to be ugly.
They're going to be pugly because they're pugs.
Yes. Yes. I know that sounds mean, but I'd still love them, even if they're. I mean, my dog's ugly, but she's my baby, so.
Oh.
Porkies. Porkies.
Porkies.
Puggies.
Hey, that was a good movie back in the day.
Hey, Porky was a pretty good movie back in the day. It looks like I'm choking Sherrick out with the headphone cords. But no, hopefully it's looking like it's going to turn out to be an exciting year for all of us.
Yeah.
As long as the vid don't run our plans, we should be all right. But
I'm over it already.
Lord willing, Lord blessed, it's going to be a good year.
Yes, it is.
Steven said my keys as well as other things go missing. Man. So do y'all got any big plans outside of the bash this year?
She just listed off like 10 things.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got our event, our unity event we attend. We're going up to Rochester.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's the end of March. And then we do one small event in Gettysburg a month. We jump back and forth from the haunted orphanage to the Jenny Wade house to here to the antique store. But when we do like the Jenny Wade and the orphanage, we sell like 10 tickets. So our investigations are small and intimate. I don't like at those locations because they're smaller buildings. You really can't have any more than 10 people.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want people to pay and have like 30 people there and then not get to enjoy the investigation. And that's
or get
what
the true experience of it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of locations will do. They'll be like, "Oh, we can put 50 people in here, so we're going to pack them all in there." And I'm all like, "That's running the whole experience."
It is, because you're not going to get any evidence. People are going to, not on purpose, talk over people's EVPs, and we want people when they come to Gettysburg, because Gettysburg is a bucket list thing, so we want people to have a quality investigation.
Oh yeah,
and that's amazing. That goes to show too that you guys, you care about people and the experience, and it's not about lining your pockets.
Exactly, and we care about the spirits too, because it's about them not being forgotten, and it's about them getting their voices heard.
Yep.
Yeah, and there again, if you have like a bunch of people, ain't nobody gonna be able to hear nothing, and you got to give the spirits peace to talk and such as well.
Yep.
Yep. Definitely. I mean, they're just like we are. I mean, I don't like big groups of people. I'm sure there's some of them that don't like big groups of people either.
Exactly.
Now, there's some locations where a bigger team is all right, a bigger group of people's all right. Like when you go to
have the room that you can split up.
Yeah, when you go to like Ohio State Reformatory, that place is massive.
Yeah,
I haven't been, but I've seen it.
House, we're about 8,000 square feet. Sorry, somebody rang my phone. That being said, I wouldn't like put 50 people in here. That. Yeah.
I'm looking for something because Katie put me on a scavenger hunt.
These kids.
No, they're doing a
scavenger hunt now.
Tell them what I'm going to walk into when I go in there.
Oh, our kids and their stuff. Our youngest one likes to do these experiments, and she'll like make slime and all kinds of stuff. Like one day she had some sort of concoction of laundry soap and what else was it? Shaving cream.
Baking soda.
They'll waste my whole can of shaving cream doing experiments.
That's cool. we used to put a bandana across people's eyes and make them taste things.
They've done that. The Bean Boozle challenge is one of their favorites.
I love Bean Boozle.
No. I cannot do it.
It's all good until you get that sock flavored jelly bean.
We have the fiery one.
The fiery?
The fiery. It's like all different flavors of hot. Different flavors of hot. Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
I'm about to try. I'm about to find that one now.
Wings.
Yeah, it's crazy. One's the jalapeno, and that's not really that hot. It's North Carolina
Reaper.
Yes, that one's really bad. Really bad. Extremely bad. There's 5 different levels of hot.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
Oh, I love hot though, so that'd be up my alley.
I'm gonna go check on these kids. See, make sure my house don't get tore apart.
The Sherika's running off to check on the kids.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up. It's a little after 10 o'clock there, ain't it?
Yep. About 10:15.
So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up because it is getting kind of late there.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you guys.
Oh, for sure. We're definitely going to have to get down there to the bash this year. I will get down there one way or another, even if I come before the bash. Cause
Good.
definitely got to come up there and see what it's all about.
Sounds good. Well, have a safe winter, what's left of it. And hopefully it'll be early spring.
Hopefully the rest of this wintry, nasty stuff goes away and we don't have to deal with too much more of it, which I know that's probably not going to happen. We're going to get stuck with it forever.
Yep.
Not forever. Just
Well,
until summertime gets here, and then we'll have to complain about that.
All right. Well, you guys take care, and thank you for having me.
Oh, for sure. And everybody, I don't know how much of the show you caught. They do have the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange. They're opening Gettysburg Ghost Exchange 2.
Yep.
And also the great Hoover House. If you're in the area, plan on going to Gettysburg anytime soon, anytime this year, definitely go check that out as well. All right, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us. Hopefully I didn't bore y'all too bad. I know we like to talk a lot, but until next time, Pam, tell Steve we said hello as well.
I will.
Hopefully next time he'll get to join us as well because he has some amazing stories too.
Yeah, we'll make a time where if the grandson's here, I'll have him. Steve can be on.
Either or, but definitely appreciate you hanging out with us. And until next time, you have a wonderful night and stay safe.
All right, you too. Thanks for having me. Talk soon.
Yeah, talk soon. Bye.